I think it was 1991, Jim Scott went into the superintendent's office and said, here's $100. This is the beginning of a stadium at Estancia High School and an aquatic center at Costa Mesa High School.
Costa Mesa United really was born and conceived out of the idea that Jim Scott had really championed for many years, and that was whatever we do, whether it's in our schools or in our city, we should always raise the bar, we should have the best.
Big picture of Costa Mesa United in the beginning was to build the stadium and to build the pool. And I can tell you for a number of years we never thought that was going to happen. The fundraising was real slow, and then the bond measure came through, we were able to get it through, and then Gordon and the guys at Costa Mesa United really jumped into another arena of what else can we do to help youth athletics in the city of Costa Mesa, and it's really kind of morphed into something bigger than I think they ever imagined it to be.
Nobody back in the 60s envisioned 5,000 kids playing soccer. So 39 of our 51 parks that we play in are on school grounds. And the school district is not required to make a playing field. They're required to make a playground. So when a sprinkler breaks, they just put a cone over it and the kids stay away. But that little cone is going to stop 8 games tomorrow at Tewinkle School because the field isn't playable. And we're trying to improve at our cost, at our expense, those fields that they play on.
The support that Costa Mesa United has provided our programs has allowed not only for those programs to excel, and we see it in wins over losses. The fact that our community is giving back to our schools means that our schools and our students are helping out in the community more likely because of their participation in athletics.
When you have a really good athletic program, it helps drive your academics. It all carries over. We want that winning in the field to carry over to the classroom.
It sounds kind of cliche, but sports keeps kids out of trouble. It keeps them focused, it keeps them committed. I think it just kind of meshes beautifully together.
I think sports in a whole does outstanding things for the youth of not just our community, but the youth of America, along with giving kids, be it kindergartners through high schoolers, an outlet, you know, to release some energies, some positive energies.
And when you look at Costa Mesa High School and Estancia High School and our football programs and our cheer programs, they get it. And when there's a community event, they go and give back. And it's really because of Gordon Boley and Steve Mensinger and Jim Scott and all of those people, those adults, that they see giving back to them.
Costa Mesa United is dedicated to youth sports in Costa Mesa. And we are dedicated to improving fields and equipment for those youth sports.
The kind of stuff that we fund are things that don't walk away. They're assets. We're going to buy things that actually physically stay at the site and help accentuate the youth athletics experience for the kids.
We've been able to upgrade technology, field equipment, weightlifting equipment. We've turned this facility with the help of Costa Mesa United into something to be proud of. I get college recruiters coming through and go, wow, this is a pretty nice place. It wouldn't happen without the generosity of Costa Mesa United.
Over $500,000 in grants now. The school district's on board. They recognize that we're an asset to them. Tewinkle School, we replaced all of the sprinklers, $38,000, because AYSO played there, Costa Mesa National League played there, and there was no grass because the sprinklers were 30 years old. We've lasered all their fields. They're like Angel Stadium now.
They were the primary funding source to build our weight room. That's a $70,000 venture that our school did not have the ability to fundraise and get it done. Costa Mesa United came in, and in 1 year, we had that money. They helped fund our team room, which is now a theater-style room with theater seats. All of our video, all of our cameras, all of that on top of our headsets that we use on game nights. So without Costa Mesa United, we would have none of this.
What we found to be the most successful is obviously the golf tournament. That's the big annual event every year on Martin Luther King Day in January. And that event alone raises about, on a gross basis, about $140,000 a year, and a net basis somewhere around $100,000 a year. We have bands, we have food, we have music, we have games. We'll bring the Marines out there. Whatever you don't expect, we try and bring in, because that's the kind of golf tournament we want it to be. We'll do a poker tournament once a year, and we also have tile sales. So at Estancia High School and at Costa Mesa High School at the pool and the stadium, You can buy a tile there for $100 with your name on it, supporting the program, and all the money from that sale goes right to the Costa Mesa United, and again, it helps us further our reach for those organizations that want to seek funding from us.
Our Youth Sports Council meets the first Tuesday of each month in City Hall so that we can interface with one another and solve the problems. So now we've got the city deeply involved, we've got the school district with Tim Marsh, very supportive, and then all the youth sports. So when we sit down, we can get things done, and that's the great thing.
What impacts lacrosse certainly is going to impact me. What impacts baseball certainly is going to impact me and our group. So we all have a seat at the table. We can now talk about it, figure out, okay, let's negotiate, let's compromise. Recently, we've gotten approval to put temporary lights at a field. And that started with the Youth Sports Commission, Costa Mesa United, and having that direct link to the city representatives, the leaders, knowing what our needs are.
With Costa Mesa United, we reach out to the community, we bring people in. On a very frequent basis, people come up and they'll say to me, I had no idea. I had no idea. Dave Schweitzer is one of them. Dave had gifted the school and the program specifically $100,000. Since then, Dave has given us $20,000 for our canopies, and we're in the process right now of buying a new van for the sports programs at Estancia High School. And all this time, he's such a low-key, modest, humble guy.
People are always hounding us to give money to somebody, and I felt that I would rather give it to my own community, and I can see where it goes and see the results. So I went through Costa Mesa United, and they are going to purchase a van for the golf team.
The real message in all this, you got to have great things to attract great families. And we're competing every single day with newer cities.
Young families coming in, they drive around and they say, where do you play baseball? Because my son's 11 years old and he's showing some promise. Where do you play soccer? Where is the high school football stadium? Is there an aquatic center in our city? And now we've got all of that. And they're going to be attracted, I think, to our community.
If it wasn't for Costa Mesa United and the support that they give to our schools, we wouldn't see the kinds of athletic success that we're seeing currently. The renaissance at Costa Mesa High School with our athletic programs and the strong success that we've seen at Estancia, especially in the last few years.
They've made kids proud of being from Costa Mesa and proud of being part of Estancia High School, and without Costa Mesa United, we wouldn't be in the shape that we're in right now.
There is not a neighboring community that I know that has an organization with people, the leaders who care about youth sports, that care about the development of children, that care about giving back to the community. And that's what it's about.
It's not about baseball and it's not about soccer. It's about teamwork, and it's about working for something bigger than yourselves and really caring about their teammates. And they get that from their coaches. They get that from the community. And I think that's really the most important thing, again, about Costa Mesa United. No, we love their dollars, but we really love the spirit that they give to our community, that servant leadership, that giving back. That's really what we want our kids to walk away with.
Jim Scott's dream is alive and well in people like Gordon Boley and Rick Capco and the other board members of Costa Mesa United, in that they see Costa Mesa not for what it was, but for what it will be. And Jim Scott was one of those people. And what it's done is it's lit a fire. Jim Scott Stadium took a program that was in the ashes, literally down to 35 kids. That stadium woke a sleeping giant in our community, and that stadium attracted some of the best and brightest. That stadium was a sign of the commitment in the hearts of a lot of us to say, never will we turn our back on the most important asset in our community, and that's our kids.